This is the Surfer S2 solar pool skimmer from AIPER. Right out of the box, the Surfer S2 has a really clean, almost futuristic look to it. It's got this compact, gray body that feels both sturdy and lightweight at the same time. There's a solar panel right on top, and the finish is pretty sleek for a cleaning gadget. If you're like me and always wish your pool could stay clean without having to scoop leaves and bugs out every morning, this might be worth your attention. Let me share my honest experience after using it for a while. When I first saw this, I honestly wondered whether it would actually work. I've tried plenty of pool tools before, and some are more frustrating than helpful. The idea of a robotic pool skimmer intrigued me, but I was skeptical if it could really keep up, especially during those windy days when my pool turns into a leaf magnet. Key features really do set this skimmer apart. What grabbed my attention right away was the way it handles charging. Not only can you charge it up with a cable, which I did to make sure it was ready to go out of the box, but once it's in the pool, that solar panel keeps it powered as long as there's sunlight. On really sunny days, the solar panel basically keeps it running constantly, which honestly feels pretty effortless. Even during cloudy weather, it's advertised to run up to 35 hours on a full charge. That's a big reassurance, knowing I don't have to babysit it or worry if I'll need to fish it out just because it stopped mid-cleaning. From my experience, the skimmer's large debris basket is a huge plus. It can hold up to 4 liters of leaves, bugs, and dirt, which is more than enough for my typical week. That means I spend way less time emptying it, and there's no debris falling back into the pool when I lift it out. The design makes it simple to remove and rinse out, which I appreciate because I hate struggling with complicated compartments. As someone who deals with everything from small bugs to big leaves, it's nice seeing them all picked up in one go. I also love the smart app control. I'm not the most tech-savvy person, but connecting the Surfer S2 to the AIPER app was actually pretty straightforward. Through the app, I can check battery life, current cleaning status, and even switch to manual mode for steering the skimmer around trouble spots. I get quick alerts if something is wrong, like if debris is clogging it or if it's stuck somewhere. It's sort of fun being able to direct it from my phone, and I find that this level of control makes pool cleaning feel a little less like a chore. A detail I think a lot of folks overlook is safety, particularly for those with kids or pets. The propeller is leak-proof, and the Surfer S2 itself is well sealed and floats steadily. It's also super quiet, which means it never disturbs us, even during a backyard barbecue or when I'm relaxing on the patio. The low noise is one of those little things I didn't realize I wanted until I had it. Let me mention the anti-stranding feature, which is helpful for pools with shallow steps. The skimmer uses 4 small anti-stranding bars on the sides, which adjust up to 2 inches. When the unit comes up against steps or pool edges, these bars help guide it away so it doesn't get stuck, which is something I've had issues with using older skimmers. Paired with built-in sensors on the front, it gently bounces off pool edges and obstacles rather than getting jammed. If you use chlorine in your pool, there's a built-in chlorine dispenser too. You simply put a regular tablet into the compartment inside the filter box, and it slowly diffuses into the water as the Surfer S2 moves around. This is a bonus for keeping pool water balanced, and I've noticed my water stays cleaner without much effort on my part. I'd recommend this for just about anyone who owns a pool, whether above ground or in ground, and wants minimal hands-on cleaning. If you have a lot of trees nearby, you'll appreciate the way it manages large and small debris. The Surfer S2 works on just about any pool type, including odd shapes or liner material, because the sensors and smart algorithm adapt its path. I didn't need to change my pool setup at all, which was another relief. One basic thing to remember: sometimes a pool noodle is included in the filter basket for shipping. I learned the hard way that the skimmer won't run if that noodle is still there, so always check before putting it in the water. All you do to start the Surfer S2 is hold the power button down for a couple of seconds until you see the green lights, then set it in the water. The unit starts moving immediately, propelled forward while the impeller pulls debris into the basket. If you're worried about the skimmer getting stuck in your pool skimmer port, the included foam noodle guides it just enough to avoid this trouble spot. Now about cleaning and maintenance. The Surfer S2 really cuts down the time I spend cleaning filters and baskets. Since it catches so much on the surface, there's less junk clogging my pool pump, and my filter seems to be lasting longer between washes. I usually empty the collection basket every couple of days, especially after a storm or if there are lots of leaves. It's quick. Pop it open, dump the contents, hose it off, and you're good to go. Durability matters to me because I don't want to have to replace pool equipment every season. So far, the Surfer S2 seems really well made. The materials are UV resistant and the whole skimmer feels solid, not cheap or flimsy. It has continued working through sun, rain, and even days when temperatures got pretty high. I feel comfortable leaving it out in the pool when I'm away because I know it can handle the elements. Talking about a couple minor downsides, performance in low light conditions isn't quite as strong since the solar panel can't recharge without sunlight, but the built-in battery helps bridge that gap for a while. If you mostly run the skimmer at night, you'll probably want to give it a full charge by plug-in, but for daytime cleaning, the solar panel is enough. Also, even though the Surfer S2 does a great job with surface debris, it doesn't pull in heavy stuff from the pool floor, so occasional manual cleaning might be needed if you get big branches or heavier objects in your pool. In terms of installation, I found the setup pretty easy, but if this is your first time with a robotic pool tool, give yourself a few minutes to go through the instructions. There wasn't much assembly needed, just making sure the battery was charged, removing that pool noodle from the filter basket, popping in a chlorine tablet, and connecting it to the app. In my opinion, the Surfer S2 solar pool skimmer is perfect for pool owners who want to reduce their cleaning workload and enjoy crystal clear water without fuss. From my experience, it takes most of the chore out of owning a pool and lets me focus on relaxing and enjoying my space. The combination of solar power, large debris capacity, smart navigation, and app controls delivers a lot for the price, especially compared to basic manual skimmers or less capable robotic models. In conclusion, I'm really satisfied with what the Surfer S2 adds to my day-to-day life. My pool looks amazing all the time now, and it used to be a headache to keep it that way. I set the Surfer S2 in the water and basically forget about it, only needing to empty the basket and check the app now and then. Maintenance feels like no work at all, and my pool filters are definitely lasting longer, which saves me money. If you're looking for a set-it-and-forget-it cleaning solution, this is definitely something you should check out. I will update specific information about the Surfer S2 solar pool skimmer in the comments. Don't forget to catch my next video.